Once a new year comes around, talk of players' contract expiring isn't far away. By the summer, a plethora of players will be unemployed, free to find a new club without demanding a transfer fee. But who are the best possible free agents this summer? Well, here's a starting 11 of players whose contracts expire this summer. In goal is Daniel Subasic. A World Cup finalist in 2018 with Croatia, things haven't gone to plan for the veteran goalkeeper since then. Subasic has been plagued with long-term injuries, which ultimately led to him becoming second choice at Monaco despite being the number one for years. He's fit now but can't get a game and seemingly headed for the exit door this summer. He's currently 35, which isn't old for a goalkeeper, and he's still got a lot to offer, as he showed at the World Cup. Subasic has the ability to stand shoulder to shoulder with the best around, and for absolutely nothing, he could be a great option this summer. Right back is Thomas MEUNIER. From a Ligue 1 back up to a mainstay, Thomas MEUNIER pretty much plays every game he can for PSG. The Belgian defender only seems to miss a game if he's injured, proving how important he is in the French capital. MEUNIER has long been linked with the move to the Premier League, and this summer could finally be the time if he fails to extend his contract at PSG. At the age of 28, MEUNIER is still in the peak years of his career, and these next 6 months or so will be important for him to decide where he wants to spend them. I'd put a fair bit of money on him ending at Juventus, to be fair. That's normally what happens with these kind of players. Centre back is Jan Vertonghen. From one Belgian to another, Jan Vertonghen is another player whose contract expires this summer, but unlike his centre back partner Toby Alderweireld, Vertonghen has yet to put pen to paper on a new deal at Tottenham. Will this happen? Probably not. But even at 32, Vertonghen can still be an elite level centre back, although he has slightly lost his way in the past 12 months. At one point in time he was one of the best defenders in the Premier League, and to sign a player like him for nothing would be quite the coup. If I was Jose Mourinho, I'd be ringing Daniel Levy up every day to get him to sign a new deal, as Tottenham would be playing a dangerous game letting him go for absolutely nothing. However, I can't see it happening. He's alongside Malang Sarr. It's our third player from Ligue 1, but the first man who can still be considered a youngster. Malang Sarr's Nice contract is due to expire this summer, and he has a big decision to make at the age of 21. Fans of Football Manager and FIFA will know all about Sarr's talent and potential, always seen as a future star in the games, and he can also play at left back if needs be. Sarr is a mainstay in the Nice side, and I'd hedge my bets and say that he's probably going to extend his stay in the south of France. If that does happen, there are still some other decent centre-backs who could become available for nothing this summer, such as Ezequiel Garay, Jemison, Federico Fernandez, Chiellini and the young prodigy Vedran Chorluka. Left back is Layvin Kurzawa. Okay, I promise this is the last player from Ligue 1. Actually, that's a lie, there's one more. Maybe France just isn't the place to be anymore. Could that be the case for Layvin Kurzawa? Well, he was reportedly with the move to Arsenal in January, and that could certainly still come to fruition in the summer for absolutely nothing. Is he better than what they've got? Well, considering all the left backs are currently injured, yes, he is by default. But to be honest, Kurzawa wouldn't be my first choice for the Gunners, as he can be somewhat erratic. But there aren't many left backs whose contracts are expiring, unless of course Arsenal want to bring back Gaël Clichy. On the right of midfield is WILLIAN. You know what, considering he's never been the main man at Chelsea, WILLIAN has had one hell of a career at Stamford Bridge. Signed in 2013 from Anzi Makachkala, WILLIAN has often been Mr. Reliable for the Blues, providing pace and good delivery from out wide, and his direct free kicks have been sensational too. But when you're playing alongside Eden Hazard, it's hard to stand out, and now with Frank Lampard's young guns, WILLIAN's face just doesn't fit in yet again. But he's only 31 and will be a good option for lots of teams, notably Barcelona, who have been linked with the winger every transfer window since the dawn of time. In the middle is David Silva. From one Premier League winner to another, it'll be a sad day when David Silva leaves Manchester City. However, the Spaniard's contract at the Etihad is expiring, and he's already made it clear that he won't be extending his stay in the Northwest. City's loss will be another team's gain, as he's certainly still capable of playing at the highest level, actually getting better with age over the last few years, adding a bit more edge and guile to his game that you would never expect from the diminutive playmaker. At 34, Silva has to go down as one of the best foreign players to ply his trade in the Premier League, and there will be many defenders happy to see the back of him next season. He's alongside Adam Lallana. The likes of Blaise Matuidi and Giacomo Bonaventura could be free agents this summer, but instead we've decided to go with Adam Lallana alongside David Silva. The Liverpool ace's influence has waned in recent years, but that shouldn't be seen as a reflection of his quality. Liverpool have just become an unstoppable juggernaut, but even then, Lallana has played his part at times and will be the perfect signing for a team lower down the league who need a bit of creativity and energy in the middle of the park. Lallana brings all that, boasting a glorious first touch and the infectious energy that initially made him such a hit under Jurgen Klopp. And he's so young, he can be your main man for years. Hang on, what do you mean he's 31? Christ, next you'll be telling me Jesse Lingard isn't a teenager. On the left is Ryan Fraser. Our final offering from the Premier League, and a player who should be playing at a higher standard, such as the man's quality. Ryan Fraser has kicked on massively in the past few years, adding goals and assists to his game. Before he was just a pace merchant, but now he has the end product to back it up. And that's why, with all due respect to Bournemouth, he needs to get himself a bigger move. And that should happen if he lets his contract run down. He should have the pick of the bunch, with clubs far and wide battling to sign a Scottish winger who, in his mid-20s, should only improve further. Up top is Dries Mertens. Had things gone differently in January, Dries Mertens could be a Chelsea player right now. But a £5 million move failed to materialise, and now the Napoli forward is facing up with the prospect of becoming a free agent in the summer. But even though he turns 33 in May, he's still got all the talent in the world to be a star in most teams across Europe. Wherever he's been, he's scored goals. Particularly in the last few seasons in Naples, he's been lethal in front of goal, with low centre of gravity and precise finishing causing opponents no end of problems. But where will he go in the summer? I'd love to see him in the Premier League, but I can't see it happening. To be honest, he'd probably stay in Italy, potentially with Napoli. And finally we've got EDINSON Cavani. One of the greatest strikers of our generation could be available for absolutely nothing in the summer. EDINSON Cavani's time at PSG seems to be up, with the Uruguayan living in the big shadows of Kylian Mbappe and Neymar. But even in his 30s, Cavani has a lot to offer, and his record over the past decade speaks for itself. There aren't many players who have been as good in front of goal. Every full season since he's played since 2010, he's scored more than 20 goals in all competitions. That's some feat. He's a PSG legend, but seems certain to move on in the summer. Where will he end up? Let us know in the comments below, but sadly I don't think it's going to be Newcastle United. So that's our best soon-to-be free agents 11. Let us know yours in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.